the Social Security payment schedule for December 2023. This includes retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, and SSI beneficiaries. I have all the details and the exact dates you want to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. First off, happy holidays. I hope you're having a nice day so far, as it is that time of year already, and it is also that time of the month where it is time to get paid yet again for the 70 million beneficiaries who do receive benefits from the Social Security Administration. Well, that's what I want to point out for you here in the video, the exact dates in which checks will be arriving for millions upon millions of people. Let's get into it and talk through all the details. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day, watching the latest details, hitting the wire, doing all the research so that you don't need to, and breaking it all down into these short videos, again, so you can stay posted on what's going on, when money will be arriving, as well as anything else popping up right now that you can possibly grab or take advantage of, like money, benefits, checks, raises to benefits, programs, stimulus, anything like that, or any changes coming into Social Security or the other fixed income benefits that we talk about so much here on the channel as well. A lot of things are happening. It's a very busy time of year. The next few months are also going to be very busy, and 2024 as a whole is also going to be a very busy year, considering it is also an election year. A lot of stuff going on. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into it and talk about what you want to know, the exact dates in which checks will be arriving for millions of beneficiaries, and what else you need to know about December. Here we are, rapidly approaching the end of the year. Here we are already, right? These years keep zipping right on by, right? I'm not really sure where they're going, but it seems like they're going by faster and faster every year that passes. So anyway, let's get into it and talk through the details of this. Now, like I said, this will pertain to the beneficiaries that I mentioned earlier in this video. So let's go through the calendar here and talk through the dates. Now, here's what happens. As we approach a new month, I always pull up a calendar to see when are checks going to be arriving for beneficiaries. I want to know, because here's the thing. You know just as well as I do, the calendar changes every single month. Does that influence the distribution of checks? Yeah, in a major way. And in fact, this month, December, it's actually going to be coming out later than what we're typically used to because of how the calendar is landing. Not ideal this time, but there's literally nothing we can do about it. All right, so we're going to go through the calendar in chronological order, and I'll point out the key dates for you. So, SSI beneficiaries. The 1st of December, obviously. Now, here's the thing. This is not a weekend and it's not a holiday. Therefore, this is pretty cool because you get your payment right away on that Friday. So that is very cool as well, okay? So no disruption there whatsoever. However, some of you here in the community, I do know, receive your payments on the 3rd of the month. If that's your case, that is Sunday, okay? If that's your case, then obviously they don't pay on Sundays. You should be getting your payment the Friday before as well, the 1st, okay? So you should be able to see it hit your account then, or wherever you get your payment. Maybe it's on a Direct Express card, something like that. Just watch for it then as well. Now, here's what we need to talk about. We need to fast forward all the way out until December 13th, which is the 2nd Wednesday of the month. That's way out there, okay? That is way further out in the month than typical, simply because of how the 1st of the month is landing on a Friday versus if it lands on a Wednesday. You've heard me talk about that before. We get paid significantly sooner. In fact, 6 days earlier in that case, okay? But here we are. We're getting paid 6 days later because of how the calendar is landing, right? All right, so the 2nd Wednesday of the month, this is for those of you that are that have a birthday landing between the 1st and the 10th of the month. This is when you get paid. This is the 13th of December. Wow, late, right? This is a late payment coming in here, okay? So this is the 2nd Wednesday, and this is again for the birthdays landing between the 1st and the 10th of the month. If this is your case, then this is typically when you get your payment. Now again, I know this doesn't pertain to everybody, but this is the typical payment schedule for Social Security. It is the 2nd Wednesday, the 3rd Wednesday, and the 4th Wednesday of the month, okay? Some people get their payments differently, but this is the vast majority of people that get their payments with the Wednesdays, okay? Anyway, this is the 2nd Wednesday, the 13th. Again, birthdays between the 1st and the 10th of the month. Next is all the way out on the 20th. The 20th is the 3rd Wednesday of the month. Now, this is for those of you that have a birthday between the 11th and the 20th of the month. If your birthday lands between that range, then obviously you get paid on the 3rd Wednesday, which is the 20th of the month. And again, that is December 20th, Wednesday, 3rd Wednesday right there, okay? So Yeah, again, a later payment than typical. All right, now next, let's fast forward all the way out until the 27th, okay? Now, by the way, we also know there are holidays throughout the month of December, quite a few holidays, in fact, right? These are not going to disrupt the payment schedule at all, okay? So don't worry about the holidays. I know sometimes I see comments coming in asking, are the holidays going to interrupt my checks arriving? Nope, not this time, okay? So don't worry about it. The checks are going to be arriving exactly on schedule, no disruption whatsoever. However, that does happen sometimes, but not this year, okay? Don't worry about it this time, okay? Anyway, the fourth Wednesday of the month is December 27th, way out there, right? The fourth Wednesday, December 27th, and this is for those of you that have a birthday laying between the 21st and the 31st of the month. If this is your range, then this is when you'll get your payment, is the 27th of the month, okay? Right there, basically at the end of the year, okay? That is what it's coming down to as of right now. So again, those are the dates that I want to point out for you. Again, the first, Friday, the third is Sunday, but typically those payments should arrive a couple days early there on the Friday simply because it's on a weekend. And then we've got the 13th for the birthdays between the 1st and the 10th, the 20th for the birthdays between the 11th and the 20th, and then of course the 27th for the birthdays between the 21st and the 31st of the months, okay? There you go. Those are the key dates that we want to focus on as far as payments going out for Social Security beneficiaries. Now, let's quickly talk about the Medicare Part B premium for just a minute here. Is it going to be applied this month? No, it will not be applied this month. Next month is when it'll be applied, okay? When the calendar rolls over, 2024, that is when these new Medicare Part B premiums will go into effect. Yeah, we can all be excited about that one, right? Not. Anyway, that's when that's going to go into effect. So again, I've seen some questions coming in asking, when is it going to be happening? As in, when are they going to be taking more out of my checks because of the Medicare Part B premium? That's when it happens, when the calendar rolls over to 2024, okay? So hope that helps you. But again, I know basic stuff here. And again, I'm for sure going to see some comments down below saying, we know when we get our checks. Yep, I know you know when you get your checks. I'm not saying you don't, but again, like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, the calendar changes every single month. As a result of that, I'm not sure about you, but I want to know when those payments are rolling in. I want to know that because it changes every single month. And like I've said before in other videos, and I alluded to this earlier, if the first of the month lands on a Wednesday, we get paid a week earlier than if it lands on a Thursday or Friday. A whole week. Well, how many people need their money a week earlier these days? Everybody raise their hand, because I know all of us do, right? We all need it a week earlier, especially this time of year. And again, not saying everybody's going out there, buying gifts for people for the holidays and stuff like that, which, by the way, like I know, there's a lot of holidays, a lot of different things going on. But my point is, this is time of year right now where, yeah, money having in your pocket a little bit earlier is probably, maybe a little bit beneficial for a lot of people, right? For a lot of different reasons. But not only that, just living our lives, we need money sooner these days. It's the reality. It's the unfortunate reality that many of us have been dealing with here for the last few years with all this massive inflation that continues to dig into our pockets a little deeper and making it a little bit harder every single day. So anyway, hope this helps you. Again, I'd like to point out the schedule for you so we can see what's going on and when checks are arriving. This is what I got for you as of right now. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Again, happy holidays. Stay warm out there. This is just the start of it. So if you're cold already, I hope not, because it's only going to get worse over the next few months here before we can finally welcome spring yet again. But that is a long time from now, and yeah, can't wait for that time, right? I wish we could just skip winter sometimes, you know what I mean? Or at least I wish it was a little bit shorter and maybe a little bit warmer versus what it is. So anyway, here we go, and we'll see what happens here. Anyway, I'm here for you. Again, enjoy your day, subscribe, and I'll catch you again later in the